almost at 52. 8 foot right here, dude. That's that money sauce. Wow, tons of freaking sandies underneath this. Get your drop shot out. It's going down. What's cracking, folks? We are back in the woods. I have just been fishing nonstop as this warming trend is starting to soak into Texas. I love that it's warm. I'm not wearing like a parka anymore. It's good to launch the boat and not have to wear a parka and a ski suit. But anyway, yeah, I say we because I am with a viewer. His name is Cole. He's decided to link up with me today, and we're gonna go and crank on some fish. It's nice to have another person in the boat because that way more water's covered and more big fish are then caught. The goal for today is to leave off where we started, or I guess ended on the last video. In that last video you guys saw me go as far back in that creek as I possibly could, but I stopped short because of a giant laydown that kept me from going any farther. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get through to that spot past that laydown by doing a little bit of, well, we're gonna do some hedge trimming. So this is gonna be a full-on backwoods brush mission, kind of like what we usually do in the Amazon, but instead of peacock bass, they're just regular green bass. So I'm pretty pumped. Yeah, just stick with it. It's gonna be a very interesting episode today. Like, you're not gonna wanna miss this. I'll go back here just a little bit farther. I'm gonna take a look at water temp here in a second too. This has potential though, like no doubt. There's one. Dumped him. As soon as I was, oh, is there a fish on? Yeah, there's definitely. Oh yeah, there's definitely a fish on there. Okay, well, pause for a second. I was gonna talk about how I lost a fish, but there's a fish. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's a fish on this jug line. She's barking at it. What are you barking at it for? There's a, she's barking at the jug line. Oh my God, it's a little catfish. I think there's a bigger one under it or something. It's a little tiny catfish. Well, anyway, there's a bunch of jug lines in this creek. I got really preoccupied there. I had a fish on a laydown. I lost him. That was probably about a 2-pounder. That was a good fish. So as soon as I lost that fish, I saw a jug line next to me. It was moving. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of I Have ADHD times 20. I was just telling Cole, I was like, yeah, let's leave, man. It's not looking too good. We're gonna go down a little farther. Right on cue, bass shows himself. Throw a spinner bait up in this for a little bit. There's one. Good one. Pretty good one. Right on that lay down. First fish of the day in the boat. A little bit better than that first hook set, right? God, dude, look at that. I've seen a lot of fish in here. Yeah. Probably from the herons. Yeah. Being that this is a creek and it's shallow water, I think this is the second fish I've caught in creeks in this lake that have had like really bad gouges. Like that's super bad. Damn, poor guy. Lucky we did it. We can go home now. But what is this fish is so.
You wouldn't trust a 2-star sushi restaurant.
You wouldn't hire a 1-star sitter. That's pretty. You should get one.
You don't call the first plumber on the list, do you?
So why do you stick with a bank that treats you like this?
Isn't it time you look for better?
It's not dinner, it's your money.
Just do what you do with everything else.
Yeah, check this.
Strange. She's like half white, half dark. Do you guys see that? Okay, back she goes. Didn't eat breakfast today, so we're gonna crunch on some Pocky. This is the diet of a bass angler at 9 a.m. Oh, this stuff's so good. You know what? Get you some. Today we're rocking with the cookies and cream. One of my personal favorites. Can't say there's a better snack to munch on as you're idling out of a creek. Bacon and eggs are cool, but Pocky's worth that. That was quick. I think that's a fish. Yeah, that's a fish. Largie, really? No, it is a largemouth. Hell yeah, on the first cast of the, I was casting so I could catch a sand bass, but I caught him on a 5XD, nice. There we go, my first deep crank fish of the year. I don't really throw deep cranks that much, hence why you guys have seen a lot of jig videos. What are you wanna see the fish? Decided to pick up the 5XD today. Threw right in the middle of the creek channel because Cole just caught a white bass. I was like, oh, maybe I'll catch a white bass. That's how that happens, you know? You're fishing for white bass and you catch largemouth, fish for largemouth, you catch white bass. That's like a pretty fat one. You have one? Please be a largemouth. He's right around the motor. Oh God, that's hairy. You got him. That's so cool, dude. Largemouth and sandy. This is literally what's running in the creeks right now. You've got the sand bass and largemouth bass. Both equally as fun, honestly. That thing pulled hard. Yeah. I was like, that's a giant, nice one. You gonna give him a kiss, Luck? You gonna give him keys? Good stuff. Double, first double of the day. We're at creek number 2 right now, and that's the first double of the day. Crankbait fishing's fun. It's just one of those things I'm not very good at. I like fishing slow. I like, you know, creeping a jig or a Texas rig or a shaky head over rock and brush. Yeah, a little 5XD. In a color that almost mimics the white bass, and that's the reason why I wanted to throw this. That black and white color looks all like the pattern of a white bass, and I know for a fact that some of these big largemouth in here are eating these smaller white bass, so I want to try to imitate that. Sure enough, got a largie. Nice one. Oh, there's a fish. Oh my God, he choked it. Dude, he hammered that, engulfed it. That is a big one. Holy shit, that's huge. That's when you know white bass fishing's good, is when they're eating 5XDs like that. That is a saucy white bass. Nice, great big old one. My God, he freaking twerked it, man. That's the best part about this, you guys. Like, we're out here for bass, obviously, and like yesterday, the mission is to catch a big largemouth, but when throwing these crankbaits, you have the opportunity to catch a freaking massive white bass, which fight so hard. You can't deny these guys aren't fun to catch. Oh my gosh. Ate it on the fall. Yeah, really pretty fish. Wow, that is a gorgeous bass. Unbelievable, man. I don't think I've ever seen a fish with that dark of a lateral line. Like, that's broad, it's not even sectioned off. That is weird, man. I've never seen a fish like that. Super pretty. That's the cool thing about fishing clear creeks is their colors really show. I mean, that is just a primo looking bass. Scoot, another one. We're doing good today. We're on a roll. There's one. Pretty good one. Jig fish. Oh, flip. Boom. God, they are so fat in here, dude. They are so fat. Another one. Right now, culinary fishing stretch of the creek that I have not touched at all. And wow, that's a fat fish. You could tell they're about to freaking bust. Like, give this water temperature a few more degrees, a few more days, and these fish are gonna move up and do the spawn. That is a chunky one. Crank the jig, absolutely lit it up. All right, see you, bub. Oh, you're mean. You're mean, aren't you? Oh my God, I got fucking hit. No way. Oh my God. Don't fucking move.
Sam Smiley Dental. Best dentist in town. 2.5 stars. Teeth whitening. Crown molding. Billings. Great prices. Guaranteed. 2.5 stars.
Swing by. I'm not busy. You wouldn't settle for a 2-star dentist.
So why do you stick with a bank that treats you like this?
This is nice. How much?
50.
40.
Deal. Please see if there's better out there.
Ask the internet.
He's still here in this hole. I'm like, what is that behind my bait? Oh, it's just a bass. A 6-pounder. That's him right there. He's right there. Do you see him? You see him? He's right there. He came back for it. Oh my God, this is crazy. That's just it with the swim baits. Like, they'll freaking, it's just instinct, you know? Here he is again. Oh, buddy. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so where you're under, there's a small Bass Mafia box. This fish might be like getting ready to bed too. The reason why I think the reason why he keeps coming back is because he's like, this is his zone. We're in the sauce right now. We're about to get lost in it. Pulled up to this bend. I'm throwing a big swim bait right now, a big swim bait. And twice I've had this giant fish, probably about a 6-pounder, fall it all the way up. It is a behemoth. My first cast here, I got pecked, but I thought it was a little one, so I didn't even really bother to lean into it. I don't know why I didn't do that. So I'm thinking it was a big fish, just kind of nosing the bait, throwing a big bluegill glide bait, and that fish was like on it. He was super interested. This is the big spawning bass ticket. Oh, I just got hit. He's on. Little one. Oh, that's not that little, it's pretty good. On the wacky worm. We may have found the Clearwater Killer. Like that may be what we need to throw. Cause that back when I was back here the first time, I was throwing just only. There's a big one. Do you see him now? You see him now? That's a giant, dude, that's a freaking pig. We're fishing here for a bit. Yeah, that's a big fish. So crazy. So as I'm reeling in this like nice, like mind you, nice 2-pounder that I just caught in the Senko after getting that big one to follow in on the glide bait. That one on the glide bait follows this one up. I'm thinking maybe this might be the male to that female. That's, dude, what do you think? That was probably close to 6. Like it was a good one, right? It's funny, either I'm going super finesse with the Senko or I'm maintaining like a really big bait presentation with that giant swim bait. I got the male. Let's see if we can get the female. Okay, anyway, going back in the water. Look how clear that water is. It's so freaking awesome to fish this clear water for big fish. And this is just the beginning of the Juicy Creek, like the one that we want to bushwhack into. So got a lot of potential here. These are good ones. They're coming towards you right now. There's one. Good one. Nice one. Nice one. On the wacky worm. That is a good fish. Very nice. Oh, a bigger one with him. Bigger one with him. Good fish. Dude, that's a nice one. Here he comes. Oh, that's a good one. Stay out of that brush. He's smart. He's trying to go into the brush. Barely hooked too. Just barely hooked. Oh gosh. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Dude, the hook just popped out. Did you see that? Yes! Woo! What a butterball. It may have taken us like 13 miles up a tiny little creek, but we found some good fish. We're starting to find some good fish. I emphasize on the word starting because we're beginning to really locate some of these bigger bass. Last time I was here, I was seeing much bigger fish and more of them. Freaking fat, so spring fatty. This water temp we found is 60 degrees back here, so these fish are starting to pair up and do the whole spawning deal. Again, on the wacky worm, changing up the entire plan today. We were throwing jigs yesterday, and then today we're doing finesse and big swim bait. That's a brute. Holy smokes. Good looking fish, healthy bugger. Come on, do your thing now. I know, I'm tired too. We wore each other out. Come on, go swim. Go swim. That was a serious fight. He's really worn out. Look at him in that water. That water's freaking, isn't that amazing, dude? We went from fishing like dirt to like super clear stuff. Come on, you're being ridiculous. There you go. There you go. Under the boat she goes. Yo, that was sweet. We need to get a few more of those. Wow, so it's really kind of crazy because right now we're focused on 2 different worlds. We're doing the super finessiness of a 4-inch Senko, then we're complementing that with a giant swim bait. I know those 2 baits are very different and not alike, but they really go hand in hand this time in the spring. Those bigger baits will draw in some very big fish, and then sometimes if you can't get them to commit on the big swim bait, you can finish them off with a tiny Senko. That, for example, was a very big fish that would have eaten the swim bait, but happened to go for the Senko instead. It just depends. Either they're eating big right now or they're not eating at all, so you need to kind of entice them with just a little tiny worm.